Welcome to my channel, baby. Sip sensibility. Welcome to my channel, baby. Sip sensibility.
Hey, this is Sensibility Speaks. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Baby, woo child. Why did Nay from Original Straight No Chaser? Why did she drop some more audio and some receipts of Arion carry Arion out to Scott boys and they're cheating? Baby, Latisha and Kimmie, you have exactly 24 hours to respond to the bullshiggity that we all just learned about. What a tangle web we weave once we practice to deceive. Let's get into it, child. Let's talk about these receipts she done dropped. So as Nay and Arion are conversing, pretty much they're both agreeing, girl, you were just young. You ain't know no better. Pretty much trying to say, since Arion was young, that she didn't know better not to cheat. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, they said you ain't have no knowledge to respect the marriage. And they both agreed on that point. Just because you're young doesn't make you devoid of morals and standards. And it doesn't make you morally bereft. Okay. Let me repeat that. It doesn't make you morally bereft. And then Slaw, Arion, went on to talk about slavery, Jim Crow, single mother household, so to speak, broken homes. I'm like, what the hell I got to do with the tea in China? Now, does that really impact the Black community, as it were, the division, the gender wars, and everything else that has gone on with the splitting of our homes? Yes, but that does not make someone have an inclination to cheat with somebody else's husband. The two are mutually exclusive, okay? Now, talking about institutional racism, systemic racism, and all that broken homes, that does not contribute necessarily to someone being a cheater, okay? Now, may that attribute to broken homes in a sense of single parent households as it relates to couples not getting married, men not stepping up to the plate and leaving women single? Yes. But does that necessarily mean that these single women cheated with somebody's husband? Hell no, child. Let me move on. But Arion said she ain't know nothing about no marriage. She said because her mother wasn't married. And word on the curb is she's a product of an affair. Okay, I've heard that several times, right? And then she also talked about Marcel and how Marcel tried to hit on her little sister, Buttercup. And I remember that clip a few years ago, or however long ago it was, of her saying how bad and how fine her sister is. Yeah, she is a beautiful, gorgeous young lady. She's a barber down in Atlanta, as we probably know. I guess at some point she met Marcel when they were down in Atlanta, when all the boys were hanging out cheating on one of their escapades. She said that Marcel asked her to put his number in her phone. She said they still laugh about that ish to this day. And I believe every minute of it, okay? She said that she done joked with Marcel and talked about Tisha with her non-talking arse. I believe it. I believe that too. And pretty much they said, well, you know he ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't gonna come for you because he don't want you spilling the beans, so to speak, okay? Child. And we all know that Marcel gaslights the heck out of Tisha. She know deep down that he ain't about ish. She knows this. Okay, but her whole identity is wrapped up of, I'm a wife, I'm married, don't come for my marriage, child. That's all she got going for her. But anywho, why did she say that Kimmie was a side chick? Ooh, she said, yeah. And why did Nate go on to show, I believe Kaya dropped in her DM to confirm Kimmie was a side chick, if I'm not mistaken. And Arion stood 10 toes down on that. She was like, yeah, she was a side chick. And that when she got with Maurice, he was still married. Child, okay. Then they was joking, saying that Kimmie don't never have nothing slick to say per se on the show. Now, what she say to Maurice behind closed doors remains to be seen, but she don't want all of that airing out, don't want Arion coming for her. She said, and the only reason I ever came for Latisha is because she was talking smack about me on the show or whatever, right? But yeah, Arion was like, that's the only reason I came for her. And she said, I could care less if Marcel cheated with 100 women. She was like, I know I said I was going to drop some receipts, child. And then she said, you know, now why would I do that? She said, because I ain't trying to break up nobody's happy home or ain't trying to impact nobody's marriage. Now, ain't that rich of you? Ain't that about a bit? But you sleeping with a whole lady's husband, talking about Dr. Melody Cherie. You was sleeping with her husband at the time, 5 years? And I'm kind of going back in time, messing with him. But yet you want to stand on business or stand on morals when it comes to not impacting Tisha's household. Child, bye. Child, anyway, let's see. But she also said this, I think Tisha gonna leave Marcel when she get the bag right. And they was like, well, how you know? Spill tea, drop tea, what you know? She said, I don't know nothing for certain. She said, but who want to be dealing with somebody slinging peen and sleeping around doing this, that, and the third? Who want to deal with that for years and years? Child, you obviously, okay, you 10 years in, child. But she said, yeah, that Tisha either gonna leave him when she get her bag right or when the kids get older. I think Marcel would leave her before she leaves him. I don't know. I'm just saying. Then she said Marcel went on to say that mammals are not supposed to be monogamous, okay? And he said if he were ever to get divorced, that he would never remarry. And she said she remembered that conversation like it was yesterday because they were down in Atlanta at Ray's on the River restaurant. So she remembers it like it was yesterday. And Nate went on to show proof that that's a restaurant down in Atlanta, child. But what gets me also in the conversation, Arion claims that Martel preyed on her and finessed her because she was young, okay? And she didn't have a father figure. And she said, quiet as it's kept, she was happy with just being his 15% or getting 15% of his attention, even though she really wanted 100%. And so in my mind, she's admitting that she had low self-esteem and that she's a pick-me and still a pick-me, okay? And male identified and competes with women and competed with Dr. Melody Cherie for that Negro's affection, okay? And you still 10 years a slave because Obama said on Tasha K, oh, well, it's only been 2-3 years that, me and her just getting to know each other. Bama, y'all got a whole child together, okay? The little boy be in preschool. The little boy is in preschool. He be in kindergarten for a minute. Tell me something, you don't know her, but you've been sleeping with her for a damn decade. Child, you gave up everything. You gave up your 100%, because Melody was 100%. Let's be clear for that. Child with his egomaniacal arse. All right, let's see. But let's back up to Kimmie. And so somewhere in the conversation, they were saying that they didn't make a big deal about the whole Kiowa and Kimmie being a side chick thing. According to Arion, it didn't blow up or get the attention that Melody and Martel got because they were the better looking couple, right? And she was like, I'm this young, sweet, fly thing, this beautiful thing that he cheated on Melody with. Girl, bye. So she's trying to make everything about her. Again, not so much that the show was about a couple whose marriage was dismantling, okay? The dissolution of a marriage and Melody telling her side and then Martel lying about everything and blowing up and hollering like a banshee the whole show because she's wanting him to keep his male member peeing in the household. She's very transparent. Honey, as I said in 1,000 other videos, it doesn't matter who Martel cheated with, Melody would have had a similar story, maybe slight variances. The show was centered around their marital union, their story, hers to tell, in a dissolution of their marriage. Like I said before, he could have been sleeping with the girl next door, the chicken pie pies, okay? Child, it could have been anybody. It ain't nothing special about you, Arion. Child, you weren't shooting in the gym with Melody when she was on that show, child. Anywho, child, let her tell you would think she's the reason that Melody got over 3,000 damn followers on Instagram. Anywho, yeah, so basically saying that since Kiowa was a bigger woman, I think Kiowa was beautiful, or maybe Kimmie being older, being a side chick. I don't know where she was trying to go with that, but it didn't blow up. It didn't grow the legs or whatever. No, I think it got plenty of attention, Kimmie being a side chick. Oh yeah, that has been a source of contention for her over a few episodes. I'm just saying. Anyway, Arion was just trying to make it about her, per usual. But Nay also said that people have been in her DMs telling their story about Marcel and his cheating, right? So Nay said that a lady came in her DM saying that a friend of hers in California allegedly was dealing with Marcel and she tried to get her to leave him, but her being silly, stupid, or whatever. And Marcel will tell her stuff like, well, if you stop dealing with me or whatever the case may be, your kid's gonna suffer. Child, so wait a minute. Don't let us find out, Marcel, that you being big pimping like you trying to be a sugar daddy for real. Okay, child. Anywho. Now, I did find it interesting that Nay made the correlation in the analogy of Marcel in particular, and I guess maybe Maurice too, them being from the Midwest. Specifically, they're from Pontiac, Michigan. I don't think they're from Detroit, but close enough, right? In proximity or the region, having that damn pimp culture. And so she made an analogy with the movie, I want to say it's the Mac, one of them damn black exploitation movies from the 70s. I was like, yeah, they think they pimps. Child, pimps with hips. But I digress. And then Arion said that people even came in her DM about Marceau cheating. Child, I think everybody in their mama and God knows that Marceau's a cheat, except for Tisha. No, Tisha knows it. She's just in denial. Child, she got her head buried in the sand. She knows deep down. It's almost like she clicked her heels 3 times. I know he's not cheating. I know he's not cheating. Remember the Wiz, Dorothy, and the Wizard of Oz or whatever like that? There's no place like home. There's no place like home. She clicked her heels 3 times. Child, Tisha be clicking her heels 3 times. Like, I know he's not cheating. I know he's not cheating. I know he's not cheating. Child, don't get me started. Ooh, child. But let's get back to Arion. So Arion said that Martel, again, never took accountability for how he preyed on her. I'm like, the delusion of it all. He never took accountability. But Nate says, well, look, he never took accountability for Melody. What makes you think he was going to take accountability for you? Well, he did take accountability for Melody. He said he was sorry. I'm like, girl, how stupid do you sound? A husband cheating on his wife, breaking up his household, his businesses, his marriage, and everything. His whole empire crumbled as it was, except Melody, again, rose out the ashes. She soared like a phoenix, and she's doing her thing, and she's back on millionaire status. Whereas him, child, he trying to borrow your EBT card, okay? He trying to live in your Section 8 home with you. Catch, child. But her trying to justify, well, he said he was sorry. Honey, he didn't mean it. He did not mean it. And so Nate said, but Martel do be doing things to clean up his image, child. What, going on Steve Harvey? Okay. Pretending like he still loved Melody or whatever, child. People can see straight through Martel. He's very disingenuous. But anyway, Nate did ask her, so when y'all was all out in Atlanta, did you ever have any conversations with Maurice? And she said, well, she won't check it for Maurice like that. And Martel's the type of man, you'll be talking to his friends, because you remember how Marceau said that he act real aggressive around Arion. And I believe he does. I believe he'll snatch her up in a heartbeat. And so she had to look straight ahead, no eye contact, don't be doing nothing crazy. He know Marho ain't ish. Both of them could be called Marho, as I called Marceau before. Marho, okay, catch. Anywho, yeah, but going back to Maurice, she said no, she didn't necessarily had no conversation with him, but she did double down and put 20 on 10 and said that he do like linebackers and that he was with a linebacker, talking about Maurice. Child, I believe it. But pretty much, I just wanted to give my commentary as it relates to these newfound receipts. But some type of way toward the end of the conversation, I think Nate may have been referencing social media and like Facebook groups and stuff like that. And Arion was just saying how, they crazy, they mean in those groups and blah, blah, blah. And they be coming for me. And she was like, they got nerve. It could be like some of them chicks could be sleeping on the floor on an air mattress, but y'all coming for me. And I'm out here doing what I got to do for me and my kids. So I'm like, girl, is that the best that you can do is waste your 20s? Now you're in your early 30s, soon to be mid 30s, okay? Running behind a man that's going to eventually drop you like a hot potato. Give him a minute. Give him a minute. Let him latch on to a woman who can elevate his status. I'm talking about Martel, right? Or if he suckers somebody into letting him use their builder's license, he can get on his feet to a degree. Never to the degree that it was when he was with Melody Cherie, let's be clear. But when he come up just enough, he gonna let you go, baby girl. Right now, you're just a convenient, dumpster, okay? You two be acting crazy, so I gotta watch my language and the things I say and how I speak. But he treats her like a dumpster, a receptacle. Read between the lines, people, okay, child? But anywho, I want to know what Latisha and Kimmie got to say. Child, y'all got 24 hours to respond to this bullshiggity, to this foolery that this girl done said on Al Gore's or Beyonce's or now Cat Williams' internet. How will you respond, Latisha Scott and Kimmie Scott? 1.0 and 1.2. Child, anywho. This is Sensibility Speaks. Thanks for stopping by. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.